PMax is a black box, so we've made a conscious decision to not migrate over from standard shopping. This is pretty much what we constantly hear from a lot of retailers out there. Now, don't get me wrong, I fully understand the debate. AI on one side and some form of control on the other. Marketers love to be in control, especially those that have been around for a decade and more. This idea of budgeting for each part of the marketing funnel and having control over what such gem we appear for, where and when, but most importantly on which inventory. PMax disrupted the industry, not to mention they very quickly replaced smart shopping, leaving marketers with very little choice as to what to do next. When PMax was first introduced, it was pitched to all of us as an AI-powered campaign with the ability to drive better customer acquisition, better efficiency, and better growth for retailers. Not to forget that it would encapsulate most of Google's inventory: shopping, search, YouTube, Gmail, Discovery, and Maps. And that was the scary part. As an agency, we initially A/B tested PMax versus Smart and standard shopping and very quickly realized that the vast majority of our merchants' traffic was still going towards the shopping inventory. Google won't necessarily tell you that, but many open Google Ads scripts have been widely shared within the industry. No need for coding experience, it can be implemented in a few clicks and it really gives you an idea of the sort of inventory you're appearing for. So, lack of visibility problem number one, solved. Next, what about brand bidding? As part of their strategy, some advertisers might not be bidding on their brand core terms on search. But really, due to the nature of PMax, they might no longer be in control and have no choice but to invest into their core terms. In this particular instance, our strategy is to purely add those branded terms as negative keywords to completely get rid of branded search activity on PMax. And in order to capture these ready-to-buy customers, we'd launched standard shopping on the side. The two main benefits of doing this here is to A, avoid inflating CPCs on your branded terms, and B, to ensure PMax will still drive incrementality rather than just going after returning users. Aside from inventory monitoring and brand versus non-brand segmentation, PMax very much works in a similar way to smart shopping and can only work with the data that you feed the tool with. This means that we would still recommend that you mirror your product categories and reflect that in the number of PMax campaigns you want to launch. If you're a fashion retailer, think of what's your bread and butter category and whether it warrants its own PMax campaign. Everything else might fall under one other campaign. In any case, ensure that you have as many asset groups as possible, again, mirroring your product categories. And of course, as with all feed-driven activity, the quality of the feed is the most important thing. Great feed optimization allows you to segment the campaigns in the most impactful way and maximize the amount of pertinent information you're feeding into Google AI. So let's just take a step back and be honest for a second. The reality is that Google is no longer putting hours into developing standard shopping, so this campaign tool will eventually be long gone. Not being agile, testing new betas, and really using automation to your advantage will undoubtedly become a future risk for your business. So please do A/B test both campaigns before you're left with no choice but to migrate. So, what are some e-commerce brands doing out there? I talked about campaign segmentation earlier on. Similar to smart shopping or standard shopping, the best use of PMax is still about segmenting campaigns based on your business objective. These can be based on profitability with margin-based segmentation, pushing for best sellers, or giving priority to sell items. With many of our retailers, our campaigns are segmented based on all of the above. There simply isn't a one strategy fits all, but in every case, our PMax segmentation matches with our partners' business objectives. So, no, PMax isn't created in 2 clicks. It still requires manual intervention, and it still requires a strategy that matches your business objectives. Lack of control is undeniable, but machine learning is ultimately here to support your growth, so I dare you to A/B test PMax now. And remember, you're not competing against AI, you're simply competing against retailers that are using AI. Hey guys.